Just when you thought the year couldn't get any more scary or anxiety-inducing, we find ourselves already in the middle of October without a spooky game. And no, I'm not talking about Alice in Wonderland. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and I'd like to welcome you to Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. A lot of people have their opinions about the second game in the franchise, and after having waited over 10 years for a sequel to the GameCube launch title, I guess it's understandable that some people were disappointed by Nintendo's latest offering. Over time, though, I do feel like people have more or less come around to the game, and that's why we're visiting it now. So without further ado, let's step into the old musty boots of a lanky green-wearing plumber and start our adventure somewhat properly.
I need your help, Sonny. It's an emergency. The ghosts have gone hostile. By the way, did you leave the fireplace going as you fell asleep? That's incredibly irresponsible, so therefore, I will take it upon myself to whisk you away against your will via the Pixelator. So you can help me with this ghostly dilemma. Hope you packed a toothbrush.
You know, I can't help but feel that some basic human rights were severely violated there. But Luigi's been kidnapped by our favorite professor. I don't remember his name. Surely he will tell us multiple times as he dances on his high chair. Greetings, Luigi. I knew our paths would cross again. You seem a bit tense, son. Relax. We're perfectly safe here in this impenetrable bunker. I don't know why that is highlighted, but keep note of that. Anywho, it's been too long, my boy. What have you been up to? I imagine you've been off adventuring with that daredevil brother of yours. Yeah, how'd you know about that? And meanwhile, he's just been continuing his research on paranormal happenings with actual ghosts in the meantime. After our last adventure, I became somewhat of an authority in the field, as if he already didn't tout himself as such before. But enough about that. Let me fill you in on our ghostly predicament. See that on the screen? That there is the Dark Moon. It's a mysterious celestial body that has a pacifying effect on all of the ghosts in Evershade Valley. See, I feel like that is a self-fulfilling prophecy if I ever heard it myself. When I heard about it, I jumped at the rare chance to study ghosts in a peaceful environment. It was incredible, my boy. I was doing some of the best research in my long and storied career. That is until something snapped inside the ghosts and they suddenly got all hostile. You already said that. Got so bad I had to escape from the gloomy manor and hide here, where the ghosts can't find me. It's weird to call your house the gloomy manor, but I completely understand. But he's not one to twiddle his thumbs and sit around. He wants to figure out why the ghost freaked out so he can go back into his room and destroy his porn stash. Yeah. That's when I discovered something truly astonishing. The dark moon had vanished from the sky. And on top of that, the whole of Evershade Valley had become enveloped in an eerie fog. I say it's time to get out of Silent Hill, my friend. Tell you what. But I think the disappearance of the dark moon is what caused all this mess. Yeah, correlation, not causation. Definitely. Alright, if we don't do something about it, the ghosts might leave this valley and terrorize the world beyond. Meanwhile, Luigi is bored. He's like, okie dokie. Can't let that happen, my boy. Now I've got good news and I've got bad news. Oh, okay. Hello. Hey, what do you know? The good news is that I found a fragment of the dark moon nearby. But the bad news is that I found a fragment of the dark moon nearby, meaning it's broken. Yeah, that is pretty bad news, actually. This dark moon piece seems to be corrupted by some sort of energy. Or maybe that's just its natural state. But it's a disruptive energy that suppresses Dark Moon's ability to pacify ghosts. So without the Dark Moon, ironically, the ghosts will go crazy. Yes, I've got inventions for all kinds of situations. Stand back. I guess all the thing needed was a bit of a spit shine, and then it was a-okay. It seems to have regained its original power. And did you hear that whooshing noise outside, youngster? Let me check my instruments. It's Luigi. Criminy! All the fog around this bunker is gone. Quick, let's take a look at a map of Evershade Valley. Sure, all this exposition really is gonna be quite helpful, I'm sure. Luigi, do you know what this means? We should be able to reach the gloomy manor now. But more importantly, it means that restoring the dark moon will solve all of our problems. Exactly. So the fog in the valley will vanish and the ghosts will return to normal. Hunting in just a regular capacity, not a personal one. Yep, I'm the best ghost wrangler in town. Coincidentally, you're the only ghost wrangler I know. So what do you say, young fella? Will you help me capture the ghosts? Restore the dark moon? Oh yeah, of course I will. Just, you know, against my will and everything. So, thusly begins our adventure with our first chapter, The Gloomy Manor. If we're to restore the dark moon, we'll need to get you properly equipped. I've got just the device for the job, but I left it in the gloomy manor. Mind fetching it for me? Absolutely. So, without further ado, let's step inside the gloomy manor. What are you scared of, Sonny? It's just a few homeless ghosts. Well, a few hundred, and they're not exactly harmless. Looky here, with my brains and your Yes, we are in a bit of a pickle. So, for the fourth time, he's going to tell us the only way to get everything back to normal is to restore the dark moon. So, yeah, just as luck would have it, I left my new Poltergust 5000 somewhere inside the manor. So, now that I've cleared that blasted fog from around the place, I'm sending you in after it. Ooh, look at this outdated piece of technology. Yeah, from many years ago. This customized DS has an interactive map of the gloomy manor on it. It will also allow me to communicate with you while you're exploring. Wow, that is very nifty. I didn't realize the DS came pimped out with so many features like that. Got it. Oh, hey. And it's mighty dark in there, so you want this flashlight. It's really good for bonking ghosts over the face with, too. Alright, so let's test the DS. And this is where it gets annoying, because EGAD is going to criminally abuse the hell out of this thing. So you tap on the touchscreen to answer this DS with communication capacities. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? And he's gonna mark our location to where we need to go on the bottom screen, which I will not be showing for the entirety of the run, but just know, bottom screen is mostly just relegated to your map and your phone answering button. So we need to head to the garage, and that is our first point of contention. I'll zap you to the gloomy manor with my new and largely untested pixelator. Wait, what? Largely untested? I guess that means it went through some form of quality assurance, so we make it there in one piece.
Oh, here I go. Wow. Oh, boy.
Man, it's a really good thing that EGAD had outfitted his property with so many surveillance devices, but welcome to his front yard, not nearly as nice as Princess Peach's, and unfortunately, we can't leave. So if we press the B button, we'll be able to run a little bit, which will not be made known to us until after the game tells us. So we'll approach the front gate and hope that nothing dramatic happens as it eerily opens in front of us. Ooh. So we step forward and surprise jump scare! Dramatic gate closing. Of course, you gotta have it. And you guys probably like, ooh, can you turn off the stove while you're in there, please?
Hello?
Hello? Luigi, come in, Luigi, you there? Ah, it works! I was worried that the battery died in the DS. Wait, why is this a cutscene worth having? But he turned the screen brightness down, so it should be good for a while. Oh, that doesn't sound very promising. You look a little nervous, son. Try to loosen up. Besides, tiptoeing about won't get us anywhere. So, thank you for telling me I can finally run. So, Luigi runs like a goddamn madman, and it is hilarious. I've never seen anyone run like this in my life, and unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that we can do out here in the front yard just yet. So, as we approach the front porch, you'll notice some odd activity here onto the side. And should we decide to glance inside of the garage, which is in a very odd spot. You know, it's really nice of Nintendo to recreate that scene from Titanic where Rose and Jack bone in some dude's car, but that's where we need to go, and it looks like they took off with a little green bulb, so let's see if we can head inside, and unfortunately, EGAD's real good with his security, so of course he locked the front door. It's not crazy, you know. Alright, that is a pretty overstated reaction for finding a mouse, whereas he just saw two ghosts doing it in the back of an old dude's convertible, but we gotta go chase this mouse down. Ugh, there we go. And we got ourselves our first giant key. Of course, EGAD has to go a little heavy with that, but here we go. Luckily, it did happen to be the front door key.
Oh. Wow. Hello? Wow!
And there we go again with that dramatic timing and the door slamming behind it, because unlike Luigi, EGAD is a responsible homeowner and will not let his electricity go up because some dummy left his front door open. So here we have the entrance, and this is probably one of the most least inviting entrances of any house I've ever seen. And yes, I did say most least. So let's head into the garage, which why would you put a garage like right next to the entrance room like that? It doesn't even make sense, man. And welcome to it. You can look around for a second if you really want to, navigating through all of, you know, his tools and piles of dust everywhere. But our main attraction is, of course, going to be his prized automobile. So let's take a look.
Oh. Ho, 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 ho. Wow. Ha ha! Yeah. I do it. Oh! Oh!
You know, I will give it to Nintendo, though. They did give Luigi a pretty fantastic personality in this. That happy-ass jig was one to behold.
Ah, you found it. Good work, Luigi. That there is the new and improved Poltergust 5000. It's simple to use. Just press the only button on there to vacuum. Before you go hunting ghosts, why don't you test it out on some of the junk in that room? Go on, give it a whirl.
You know, I can't help but feel that EGAD brought us here only to clean his house. But yeah, with our new and improved tank controls, controlling Luigi is not nearly as conducive to normal trains of thought that you would expect, but we can go and get rid of a lot of this dust and all of this nasty, gross dirt on the floor, and grab more things off the rafters, because I guess Egad just loves just hiding things in places that he forgot were there. But we can also go over here and grab ourselves our second key. Let's grab it. Hopefully this one doesn't disappear after one use. Oh, but wait, did you forget something, Egad? Goodness.
How are you liking the Poltergust so far, Luigi? Not too shabby, huh? Just wait until you catch some ghosts with that thing. There should be a few nearby.
Why, that is awfully presumptuous of you. So our next objective is to capture any nearby ghosts, which is going to be pretty simple, more or less, but for the most part, it's still gonna be a minute. So we head back in here, and there's now a couple of things we can do, such as rattle the chandeliers for, small amounts of money after, putting out the lights, and we can grab all of this cash, all this stone cold treasure, and that's gonna be good for our rank later on. And for whatever reason, I don't know why Egad decided to hang a blanket of a door on top of another door, but that is a question for another day. We'll actually go ahead and enter it right now because it will be important for many reasons, the first of which is Puppy. How's it going, little doggo? Oh, poor thing. Someone's gonna have to go get that down. Unfortunately, we are unable to do that because we are being blocked by a different type of security system, one that we have not yet seen before, and it will beep at us. So let's avoid that for now and instead roll up this mangy ass rug here so that we can find ourselves a switch that Luigi will just completely undo all of his hard work over. And the thing about this is that this pressure panel doesn't activate unless you're on it, but if you're on it with the carpet, it doesn't work still. We activate it and treasure for days! I will take it, please, and thank you. There are also plenty of other things here, like a dog bone. Oh, I know who's getting this bad boy. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, I guess, because Egad will be so kind as to fill us in.
You seem to have found something very special there. I've heard that your chances of finding one of those is better if you have a lot of treasure. I get the feeling that bone will come in handy when you need it most, but that's just a wild guess. Yep, pure speculation.
All right, well, thank you. Meanwhile, we've got this heater in the corner, and oh God, Luigi, don't burn the house down! Not again, not this one. Turn it off. Okay, thank God. All right, so let's go and rip off some of these creepy overcoats right off the walls there and get some money out of it. There we go. I also love how Luigi will just like kick things sometimes. Like if he's trying to get somewhere, he just like punts it, which is incredible. But not a whole lot else in this room of importance. You can check every single drawer if you want. You can pull off all of the coats and jackets off the walls, and it's just, you really get minimal monies for it. And of course, you're gonna want money for upgrades, but you will be getting plenty of them over the course of just going through it naturally. There's no need to really go back and search extra fastidiously. Now, in order to grab this key, of course, we're going to need to, there we go, power through that, and there we go. Beautiful. Oh, and spiders, lovely. Our, I guess, second form of confrontation behind the rat is the spider. So we'll be careful with those, make sure we don't suck them up into our vacuum where they'll make eggs and be really a pain to get out. And instead, we're gonna head through this door. And of course, very apprehensively, he will open it, be disappointed that it's a one-time use key, and move on with his life. Yes, terrifying, I know, but welcome to the guard hall, where all of the suits of armor will try to decapitate you, and they will do a very bad job at it because they're statues of armor. And yes, statues of armor. Can't do anything about them, they won't rumble, they will have no treasure for you, so we'll ignore them and move on because this is the point where you want that second key. And yet again, there we go. Oh, another one of those. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the foyer. Gee, I wonder what I'm supposed to do in this now perfectly lit room, but something that this game is going to do quite a bit of, as we're going to be seeing here shortly, is it's going to allude to a lot of treasure and things that we can't access immediately in this particular mission. We will be able to come back through things later, but there's just a lot of just sort of sneak peeks of things that we're going to encounter later, such as the gear off there to the left and things upstairs. But first, hello. Surprise! It's another call from EGAD.
Luigi, do you see that green circular panel on the wall? It unlocks the door. All you've got to do is flash it with...
Ooh, word choice. No, apparently the Poltergust is missing the strobe bulb, which is what I'm assuming we're looking for, because we can't open the door without it. He has some extra security measures in place because of all these ghosts, but a whole lot of good that did him. So it looks like a little green light bulb, and I really wish he could have told us this the first time we encountered one of these, you know? So luckily we know exactly where it is. So let's head up the stairs, and we're going to see EGAD's personal bank savings up here in the safe. And you also notice a giant aquarium that will, once again, allude to things we can't grab just yet. And this is a starfish-shaped gem. All the while you have this maniacally laughing William Dafoe fish from Finding Nemo just cackling in there. He's like, I can't get the treasure yet. But we'll save that for another time. And, you know, for now, let's go ahead and step into an area the game will get mad about us trying to explore, because we have not met the prerequisites for it. No, instead we gotta go ahead and blow this chandelier down so that we can get the next plot pertinent upgrade to our vacuum. And you wanna cheese it downstairs, because you are timed on this. And if you're too slow, it'll go back up. So run, Luigi, in the most awkward fashion that you can.
Yeah. Ho ho. Yeah. Oh. Ha ha. Oh. Oh yeah. Wow.
Hooray! Luigi can now flash enemies in addition to blowing them. Well, not quite blow, but you know what I mean. Don't go flashing yourself with that. Word choice, man.
A strobe bulb isn't a toy, it's a powerful tool. For one thing, it can activate any of the inventions that feature green circular panels, and it's mighty easy to use. Just aim and, you know, flash.
Try it on the nearby door, not in front of the camera. So first thing we actually want to do is head upstairs, because this beeping safe apparently is also a conduit to this sort of, technology. So we activate it, and there we go. The longer you hold it, the wider the range, and it's really useful for capturing ghosts. In fact, it's damn near necessary. So we're gonna go ahead and grab all of the life savings that the man has. And before we head through this door, we're actually gonna do a little bit of backtracking, because there is plenty of treasure for us to collect back here. And on top of that, what's really nice, and what's really not so nice, is that we're actually ranked on these missions and in this game, depending on how much treasure you collect over the course of the mission, and how much damage you take, as well as how long it takes for you to beat it. It's really annoying. And what the? Luigi, are you? Oh no, Luigi is gone. He has disappeared from the fabric of reality. Oh no. All right, well, that was odd.
That's the ticket, Sonny, but there's more. The strobe bulb allows you to stun ghosts by flashing them. Only then can they be captured. Got that? Now go give those paranormal dust bunnies what for.
What for what exactly? Also, I have a feeling there might be a slight delay on the DS there. So we can now actually enter the Mudroom Exterior, and this is where you're going to want to flash a couple of these little mice here so that you can get some coins. So it's kind of nice, I guess, if you really have an aversion to rodents. But now that we're out here, there are no doggos about, and you want to be careful, because sometimes there's actually a mouse in there that will charge out at you and do damage, which is dumb. But we'll go and grab this, and this is our first gem. just amazing. And as if on cue, Egad in with the hottest tips and tricks. Doing some gemstone hunting on the side, eh, feller? I fully expect to have every single one of my gem collection there. Yeah, they're one of a kind, worth a fortune, I reckon. Remember, you've got a job. I'll have to look at your gems later in the vault. Carry on. Yes, I very much plan on it. So that is basically it with everything that we can do out here. So we're gonna run back inside and hopefully not have to confront ourselves with any of those damn mice. Because while they aren't the greatest threat in the world, they're mostly like a really annoying inconvenience that I just don't enjoy. But now that we have our Poltergust, we can go out here and clear out some of this fine dust and dirt that is accumulated on the outside, get some treasure in the process, and call it good. So, oh, give me that. I want it, man, I want it. Damn. All right, well, there goes a dollar bill that I will never get back. We head over here. I don't think there's anything otherwise. So what I really wanted to do in the front yard was flash a couple of lovely plants out here because they're gonna have some good stuff for us. So boom, there we go. Thank you for all the money. Oh yeah, that's the Green New Deal, all right. And we can also get rid of this right here, which will give us a couple of gold bars. So I will gladly take those. And before we leave, let's go ahead and grab these. So while you can use the 3DS gyroscope to really aim, I like using the X button to look up, and then while you're sucking, you can press B to look down. And I feel like that's a little bit more better than, you know, swinging my 3DS around, because I just had this thing repaired, and the input is still a little janky. So if I move it too much, it gets jostled loose, and it's not really great. So we got a couple of these guys, so let's go and grab our next, there we go. Our next gem. Perfect. So let's go and grab the rest of the monies and the last of, there we go, the petunias. I don't know what those are. Hydrangeas, how do you pronounce that? Hydrangea, something like that. That actually sounds like an STI. Moving on, we're now ready, I think, with everything that we've collected in all of the rooms so far. I don't think there's anything else. Can you guys stop trying to attack me? I've done absolutely nothing to warrant this. Although, curiously enough, I do want to see. No, we can't look out there. Damn. I would have thought that broken glass would have been good for something, you know? So, let's continue onwards and actually finish what we need to do with this area. So, with a little flash, I said, Luigi, you gotta get better at this flashing business, and you can't turn while you have, like, you know, your suction out or your strobe bulb, so you're basically indebted to whatever direction you're already facing. Into the coat room, and it has the world's most unprivate toilet, but there's not a whole lot in this room other than creepazoids, you know, whispering sweet nothings into my ears. So, more coats to suck in. I think Egad will be more than delighted to know that this lovely October weather will not go as uncomfortable as he thought it would. And by grabbing all of them, nothing happens. Absolutely nothing. Although, you do want to go ahead and press, ooh, we can also get sight of here. This is gonna give us a lot of treasure. There we go. Ooh, hello, hello. Damn, gotta love that lovely sewage wall money. Let's sit down over here, see what happens. Disgusting. Man, Luigi is not very good at this. First he flashes himself, then he gives himself a swirly. This guy has the most unfortunate luck. But we can go over here and press A. By the way, something that a lot of people don't know is that when you're using your suction and you have something on the hook, if you press B, you will jump. And it's kind of hilarious because otherwise you can't. But with this, got some more treasure. Yeah, that's more important. The potty treasure. Now, the coup d'etat. Let's see who's been wasting Egad's water bill. Oh no. Alright, well, it's time to mess with some ghosts. So let's do it by heading back to the coat room and preparing for battle. All right, well, thank you. I guess I will take that, and boom. So you want to press A to do extra damage when you've got him on the hook, but make sure you strobe flash him first. Otherwise, it's gonna be running around like a madman. So there you go, opposite direction. There you go. Couple of hearts for our troubles, and the room is lit up, so that is good for us. Also, Luigi's staring at that heart, wondering if he should grab it. Yeah, we'll grab it. And let's head over here and be prepared for another fight. So, basically, if you can combo these guys, you'll definitely be better off in getting more money in that regard. So, you can also do little tiny flashes also and still get them, but you still want to get them for their range and double. There we go. Boom, and there we go. Press A and you're done. Yeah, so comboing the ghost is definitely gonna be what you're gonna wanna try to do. And with that, we're done here. How's it going, Egad?
That's the spirit, Luigi, literally. Just like old times.
No, just not like old times, my friend.
All right, that's enough for now. I'll bring you back to the bunker.
Yeah, there you go. Don't drop that, Luigi, that's an antique.
Oh yeah, I did it. Luigi time.
And so we will get graded as thus. So 12 minutes is not bad, we didn't lose any health, and we got an awful lot of treasure. So the game will give us a triple star, which will definitely be what you will be aiming for. But spoilers, you don't get anything for getting all triple ranks. So although it's nice to aspire for it, we will obviously try to go for it, but it's not important. So it's a bit of a damn shame, if you ask me.
You made it back, and with all of your pixels to boot. Well, most of them. Good work. We might just make it out of this mess.
All right, so let's see what we sucked up, shall we? Couple of things in my vacuum. Also, this looks very invasive. Yep, so 2,000 before our next upgrade, which is a shame, but unfortunately impossible to do on your first visit. We'll get it next time. Maybe.
Incredible. I'll start studying these ghost postings. Wondering where that pipe goes?
No, I'm not. So it all heads to the vault down below, which we will be able to look at all of our collectibles, the ghosts that we've captured, and the results of his studies.
Yes, ghost descriptions, hints, even each ghost's spectral mass. Knowledge is power after all.
All right, so he'll scan the gloomy manor in search of paranormal signals.
I reckon the ghost that took the other Dark Moon pieces is hiding in there.
You think so? So with that, we've completed Gloomy Manor Stage A1. Next time on Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, we will be gearing up for a good time and finding some more paranormal readings in the northern rooms of the manor. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys here next time for more of the game. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. I never know how to end these first episodes. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys then.